All right, so Super Troopers, the Broken Lizard guys are back for part 2. That was funded by Bryce.
Entirely.
Entirely.
I funded the whole fucking movie.
And a bunch of other people.
For $15.
Can I, before you guys get into it, I want to say something real quick. I am worried about this movie before going in.
Okay.
Because it took so long for them to get back around to finishing it. Like, the writer's strike happening, and then them going over and doing Slam and Salmon after the writer's strike, instead of going back to Super Troopers 2, being silent for so long, and then doing the crowdfunding, and then that feeling like it took forever from crowdfunding to release. I'm worried. Should I be worried?
I don't think so. And
Okay.
I'll say this.
I don't think so.
They're confident in their shit.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
I'm just saying, I got a thing. I got a thing from Indiegogo, and they're saying, look, well, first of all, the movie is outdoing expectations in terms of money. Like, I think they thought it was going to make maybe like $7 million over the weekend, and it looks like it might make 15.
Yeah.
Something like that. And they're saying, look, our movies, they don't score well with the critics. They said, except this guy. This guy knew what was up. And they said the thing that, like, with Super Troopers was it had a terrible critics rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but it had a 90% score from the audience.
Yeah.
And they said, and this movie is trending in that direction. They said, so it helps. What matters is the audience score, and then if the movie is making some money.
Word of mouth,
whatever,
yeah.
and that sort of deal. So they were just kind of saying, look, he's like, they actually said this in the things, like, we have a Super Troopers 3.
Oh shit. Okay.
We have
wow.
we have a pot fest. This person's on board. If you guys want it, just keep telling your friends. Go see the movie twice. Like, we want to keep making movies, but we need your support in order to do that, which is what they needed to get this movie.
I don't know about Potfest.
So
maybe it's because I'm not a big weed guy.
Yeah, I mean, I bet it'll be funny, but
I'm sure it will be.
yeah,
but
just because I like these guys.
Yeah, I do too.
I hear you on that.
Because you and I even like their first flick, Puddle Cruiser, which
Puddle
is
Cruiser.
fucking weird as fuck.
It
but
is fucking weird.
I like
fine.
it.
I
I
do
like it
too.
a lot.
And I fucking love Beer Fest. I don't care what anybody says. I think Beer Fest is fucking awesome.
Beer Fest is good.
Oh, slap a pickle.
So good. So good.
All right.
Yeah, we have Super Troopers 3. Yes, we have a pot fest, and Willie and Snoop and Cheech and Chong all want to do it. So
That's funny.
But things like audience scores and opening weekends matter. And then
Yeah.
you just say, tell your friends, see it again, write your own review, blah, blah, blah. So,
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's cool.
I actually paid to see this movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't use Movie Pass?
No, because I went to the double feature.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
AMC. Oh, The District.
District. Yeah.
What did you think?
Oh yeah, the seats are nice.
Yeah.
I like them. I didn't go to the fancy
Right.
ones, but it's nice to have assigned seating.
And then there's actual like heated seats too if you get cold.
I didn't see that.
No, it's there.
Is
It's just a different switch.
Oh.
You probably didn't need to
I
use
probably
it.
didn't see
Did
that.
you know that the Uptown Theater in Whittier does assigned seating now too? You get to pick your own
does it?
seats, yeah.
Assigned seating, I love this.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I have to rush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Fucking
Super Troopers.
Thursday morning at 11 o'clock, I Feel Pretty was fucking full.
Oh, nice.
Weird, right?
Yeah, that is.
Anyway, go ahead.
Weird. But theater, you noticed the changes, liked it. It was good.
Yeah, it was nice.
The only complaint that I had about it, and it wasn't a big complaint, but I actually thought the seats were a little narrow, like comfortable. But I'm like, man, if someone that's 350, 60, 70, 80, 400 pounds sits here, they might get some, because even for me,
Yeah, because you're about 290, so.
right. But even for me though, I started like I said to Andy, I'm like, these seats are really nice, but like, don't they feel like they're just a little like? But anyways, I don't know. Did you notice that or feel?
It did feel different than like other theaters, that's for sure.
But you were comfortable. I mean, I was comfortable. The seat was comfortable, but I mean, even I thought, I'm like, dang, like I'm surprised. Like I feel like the seats are a little narrow, but it's fine. Small complaint.
Yeah, the theater where I went to go see Isles of Dogs, like they changed their seating too, and theirs is like comfy or whatever. I don't really like them there.
Which? Oh, I know.
Yeah, the Regency.
Okay.
I mean, they're okay. They're better. I mean, they're better than what they had before, which was the old style. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Super Troopers 2.
Go for it.
I liked it a lot. I'll just put it out there.
And you got to watch back to back. So
and I got
that's
to watch
cool.
it back to back, which was really cool to see. Because I've only the first one I've kind of only seen like maybe once or twice. I want to say, like I know I saw it with Bryce once, and then maybe I saw it another time. So it's kind of a nice refresher.
Watched the fuck out of the movie. I could tell you word for word that first movie.
I have an interesting story. I don't like. While we're on the first one, should I do it now or wait till my review? No, I'll wait till my review.
Go for it, Rick.
So yeah, I liked it a lot. They got pretty much everyone back, right? I think they have everyone's back. I mean,
everyone that matters.
Everyone that mattered, yeah, pretty much. But I'm talking about like even like the guy in the first one in the car.
Yeah.
Like he came back.
Yeah, don't say too much, like, because if Mike's really seen nothing,
yeah,
so don't say too much.
But it made dude, I probably like this one better than the first one. I'll put it like that.
Okay.
I mean, I liked the first one, but the second one was a lot better, in my opinion.
That's cool,
they
man.
they did a lot of interesting things. Because did you know the premise at all?
I haven't
didn't know the premise
seen
either, though,
anything.
dude. Like, I didn't know the premise
They
till
kinda-
watching the movie.
I mean, it kind of showed it.
I haven't seen anything.
I
I literally have
didn't really-
seen.
Now I'm afraid to talk.
I
Zero.
didn't pick up on it. Don't just say how you feel, and that's it. Don't give any story plots away.
Okay. Well, I mean, I pretty much summed it up then. I mean, I liked it a lot. I thought it was a great movie.
And back to back, so you still like the first movie. The first movie you like, it holds up.
Honestly, I don't think it does for me.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was just okay this time I watched it.
I've watched it recently. It still holds up.
Yeah.
I think it's not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying to me, I don't think it really holds up.
I think you could have another opinion if you watch it again, though, and I'll tell you why when I get into my review.
Okay. But
No, don't shrug it off. I'm telling you.
No,
there's
no, I
this.
said okay.
Well, I'm just saying. I heard what you said, but your body language.
But the second one I liked a lot more. I love it.
I think you and I are probably also predisposed to liking that first movie upon subsequent viewings because, like, we, like this, I didn't come to it late. Like, I saw a trailer for Super Troopers in the theater when I went and saw a movie, like, 9 months before it came out. Like,
yeah.
It's still, I think it was, they had just signed the deal with Fox Searchlights, but the Fox Searchlight logo wasn't even in the trailer.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, oh man, that looks hilarious. I can't wait to see that movie. And was just fucking hyped about it the whole time until it came out. Saw it on opening night. Saw it 3 or 4 times in theaters, like in the span of a couple of weeks. Bought it on DVD as soon as it came out. Bought it on Blu-ray when the Blu-ray came out. I've watched the commentary count. Like, you and I are predisposed to like it upon, repeat viewings because it's not something it's like, oh, you haven't seen it, here, watch it. This is awesome. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And it's also, this isn't why, but Super Troopers especially, I think, is one of those movies, and I'll clump this one in there too, that I think you get something else in subsequent viewings. Like, you might have missed a joke, or you put something together. It's the same thing that I say about Shaun of the Dead and that stuff. A lot of times I watch those movies and I pick up something different every time I watch it. So, should I start talking now?
Yeah, go for it.
So funny. So my funny, well, not so funny story, and I don't know if I ever made this clear to you or anyone, but the first time, so I didn't see Super Troopers in theaters, and honestly, I hadn't seen a trailer. I saw it in 2002. So
I saw the trailer.
So it came out. I don't know when the first one. It came out in 2001. I don't know when in 2001 it came out, but I didn't see Super Troopers until college, and Brian and I watched it, and the first time I watched it, I actually wasn't in love with it. Like, I was like, huh. I'm like, okay. I didn't hate it, but I wasn't in love with it. But then I watched it again, and I'm like immediately, I don't know what switched, but immediately it changed for me. And obviously, I'm a huge fan of Super Troopers. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before, but the first time I watched it, I was just left like, huh, okay. Like, not that because the movie's still new, so it wasn't like I heard a bunch of hype about like, oh, this movie's so fucking amazing. I just I just watched it and I was like, oh, that's okay. And then I think after I watched it that first time, it happened to be on TV like a bunch after that, and I remember just watching. I think it was at my grandparents' house in the summer, and I just watched it and then kept watching it. I'm like, this movie is really fucking funny, and I just kept picking up something new and different every time. So, especially because you hadn't seen the first one in a while, maybe for some reason it just didn't strike you this time around. But like it's one of those movies where I feel like you could watch it again and be like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, So that said, Super Troopers 2, knowing that I wasn't like crazy for Super Troopers when I saw my initial viewing, I like Super Troopers 2, and maybe that's because I'm predisposed to the characters now. That could be it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that said, I like this movie right out the gate.
Okay.
What I'll say about it is, I mean, yes, of course, like they try to reference things from the first movie, but I think they do it in a smart way. Not every single thing I think lands as is a home run, you know, but that's on my first viewing though.
And to be fair, you know, as a huge fan of that first movie, some of those jokes just don't land at all.
Right.
And it was the same with Club Dread, same with Beer Fest, same with Puddle Cruiser, same with Slam and Salmon. Not everything is gonna hit. You don't want everything to hit.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but again, like with watching some Super Troopers on more than once, like then something that didn't hit me the first time hit me that time, and I could see that already happening with this movie. And what I will say about it, which should I think make you happy and put you at ease, is that the movie is really fucking fun, and it's so awesome just to be with these characters again.
Be back in that
like
world.
I was smiling ear to ear. I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. This almost feels like, wow, Super Troopers 2 came out
right after.
Kind of to me, because I just felt like I was right back with these characters again, and it really just brought me back into that time period. And I also hadn't seen the first movie in a really long time, and obviously I didn't go to the double feature, so I just saw this. So it'd been a while since I'd watched it, so it felt good. I'm like, man, this just feels like I'm putting on, you know, a nice comfortable pair of shoes or pants or whatever the fuck, or MeUndies. Next code. Yeah, like I enjoyed it a lot, man. Like the more I think about it, like I'm excited to watch it again, whenever that might be, and I'm excited to see what I pick up on in those subsequent viewings, because that's what happened to me with the first one. So the fact that you are going in having seen nothing, I'm really excited for you.
Okay.
Because I know how much you like these guys.
I
know even if you hate the movie, you fucking like these guys.
Yeah, I love
and there's
these
going to be
dudes.
something in there for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's really fun. It felt so good to hang out with this guy.
I think
that's what it felt like.
Yeah, it did.
the fun thing about that first movie specifically is that there's so many, like you're talking about things not landing 100% with you in the first movie or whatever, but there's something for everybody. Like one of the funniest things to me in that first movie, not a lot of people think is funny because it's a little bit throwaway, but every time I see it, I fucking laugh, and it's when they're at the baseball game. And he goes, "How's the view from Sugar Heaven, bitch?" And he's like, you don't even really see him shoving the cotton candy on the dude, but like it's like it pans away as he does it and then fades to another shot, and for whatever reason, that thing, it hits me so funny every time I see it. And I know I'm in the minority because when I watch that with people, I'm the only one that laughs at that scene.
There was even a few, because I actually saw this during like kind of early afternoon, 2:45 is when I saw it at this theater at this place. But anyways, the theater was moderately full. I mean, it wasn't empty. There's definitely probably more than 30 people in there for sure, if not more than that. But there's definitely parts in the movie that I laughed at that some other people didn't. And I'm sure it was parts that maybe it was from people who just aren't as familiar with the first movie. Because I cried. I was like, huh, you know, so... It's good, man. That's what is awesome about these guys, though, and their comedy is I do think they have that kind of comedy. Like I already said this, but in the same way, like the Blood and Ice Cream trilogy, like you could rewatch those movies and catch something different, and it's the same thing with these guys. Like, oh wow, and they actually even say that in their email. In this email, they say, you know, like go see it again. Like, you know, we write stuff that makes us laugh, that we think is funny. So. You know, sometimes you might watch it and it might not land for you the first time, but then it lands for you the next time.
Yeah.
Getting to watch it back to back, there was something small in the first. I can't really talk about it, but
In the first one,
in the second one.
in the second one. Okay.
That calls back to the first one.
Okay.
And they did it in such a quick fashion that if you've seen this movie a few times, you'll get it.
If not, you might miss it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like how they did that. Like I like how they did their callbacks without being in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't in your face.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and they handled that very well. I'm trying to remember which what it was. It was the line that was said. he
Just
said
make
in
sure.
the first.
Just make sure not.
Yeah. Yeah,
We'll talk about
We'll
it.
talk about it, but
Yeah.
I'll just go see it.
I mean, if you guys want to do like full on talk, I can head
No,
out.
no,
No,
that's
it's
fine.
okay. That's
It's
okay.
not a big deal.
Yeah, it's okay. That's fine.
No, it's fine.
It's delicious.
Uh,
That's the other thing in the first
Yeah,
one
oh,
that
yeah, it's
fucking
amazing.
destroys me.
Yeah, it's
Delicious.
And again, I keep saying it, but I do see some parallels. You know, like Edgar Wright, Nick Frost, Simon Pegg, and like these guys. Like, there, it is some of the stuff is done in such a smooth way
Well,
that you might not catch it the
yeah.
first time.
It's like,
Exactly.
remember when these dudes were in line at Comic-Con to go fucking meet Simon Pegg
Yeah.
and Nick Frost,
Yeah,
remember?
Yeah.
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 06, dude.
Yeah.
2006.
It is fucking awesome. I mean, I can't say Farva is fucking Farva. They're all just who they are, and
It's like they never left.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to see it, man.
Cool.
Like, it's
I'm
cool.
excited, too.
I hope we're not overhyping it.
There's
No,
I'm
no.
fully prepared for you to come here and be like, I didn't like it, and that's fine. That's fine if you didn't, but you'll still like
It's
stuff in this
probably not
movie.
gonna happen.
You'll still love stuff in this movie. Did you stay till the end?
Oh yeah,
All the way.
all the way.
Credits.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Because so I'm just gonna say this. So there's a few stuff, but there's one thing they keep mentioning in the movie, and I'm just like, what the fuck are they talking about? And then they show us what they were talking about.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I'm sitting there and thinking like, dang, like I wonder, is there a joke?
And
that I'm
that's a
missing?
callback, or not necessarily.
It's
callback,
not a
but
callback
something
at all.
similar to
Okay,
what happened
okay.
in the first one.
But the thing that I'm talking about is something that's just totally. It's like, what the fuck are they talking about? That's not in the first movie. Like, what are they saying? And then they show us what they're talking about after the credits.
Yes.
Like, this
They
is
do that in the
fucking
first movie, too.
Yeah,
With
the
their-
school
Farva,
bus.
the bus.
School bus.
That's right. So same deal. Okay.
Okay.
Well, sorry. I guess
Yeah.
that's a little.
No, it's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, they do that in the first movie, too.
Yeah.
Where you
So-
don't... They always
You don't
talk
know
about
what-
what
right.
he...
Yeah.
It's fucking.
They're not
it's
putting him on
amazing.
the road because of what he did,
Yeah.
and then you never know, and
That's
then you see
right.
the dash
That's
cam at
right.
the end.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
That's
So yeah,
okay.
Super Troopers 2. I liked it a lot. Rick liked it a lot. If you fucking love Broken Lizard, like their kind of comedy, and want to see these guys make movies, because their movies, they're kind of niche.
Yeah, they are.
Whatever you want to fucking say, movies, you know. And so they really are. They're 5 buddies. I've seen them do stand up too, which was really fucking fun. Like they're just 5 friends that make movies together, and that's not like they've got big ass studios back. Like they had to raise the money for this fucking movie, man. And like eventually they got that support, and it's not like they have no help. And you know, Jay Chandrasekhar, however you say his name, has clearly directed a lot of TV and a lot of stuff, and has done
He's
other
acted,
things.
too.
Well, and acted also. Like
I was
the-
looking at his IMDb.
Right. All these guys, like they've all done stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they're accomplished, but I'm just saying the stuff that they're making was very much like for their fan base. So if you want to see more,
Yeah.
if you want to see anything, it doesn't even have to be Super Troopers 3 or Pop Fest. You know, like if you just want to see more shit from these guys, and I do, because prior to this, the last thing we'd seen was Slam and Salmon, which was fucking great.
Yeah.
Support it. Support them.
I want to see another
Any way you can.
Club Dread type of movie. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be Club Dread 2, but I like the
In that vein.
I
yeah.
like the character that Kevin Heffernan plays. Maybe it's another movie with that character in it.
Yeah.
You know?
So
That movie's a lot of fun. I would go see it again.
yeah. I already know that it's going to be a movie that I'm going to rewatch multiple times,
Mhm.
and like, you know, it's just one of those things. So I guess what I'm saying, for me, Super Troopers, it didn't take long, but it was a grower. It was a one viewing grower,
Right.
but like it just kept growing and growing and growing.
That's how Anchorman was for me. We've talked about that
Yeah,
before, too.
I didn't get that.
I hated Anchorman the first
Yeah, I
time I
liked
saw it.
Anchorman the first time I saw
I
it.
don't like it either.
I always liked that from the beginning. Well, you know what? Actually, I think I liked it. Same deal. Maybe like the second viewing, I liked it more, but I didn't walk out of it not liking.
So that was the thing with Anchorman was I had to deal with a fucking 8 months of hype of people I know talking about how fucking good it was.
Mhm.
People whose opinions I don't necessarily trust on having a good comedy.
Yeah.
And so I went in watching it the first time going, this is not going to be good. I know these people. This is not going to be good. And nothing hit me at all as funny
Yeah.
the first time I watched it. And then I caught bits and pieces here and there again. I was like, oh, that's actually pretty funny. And then
Yeah.
sat down and watched the whole movie without that fucking,
Preconceived notion.
that vibe.
Yeah.
And ended up really liking it later on. So it took more than one viewing for me
Right.
to like it. But
It's funny how that happens. Like I didn't really like
Hot Rod was the same fucking way.
Yeah.
I hated Hot
Yeah,
Rod
yeah,
the first
yeah.
time I saw it. But anyway.
I didn't fall in love with Will Ferrell until Old School. And then, like, even old school, like, I saw that movie, I'm like, I don't really like Will Ferrell that much. I've seen him on Saturday Night Live. Like, I don't really think the whole
Yeah.
cheerleading thing is that great. Like, and then I grew an appreciation for him through old school. Then I started to grow an appreciation for the SNL stuff, even
Yeah.
though old school was still what brought me to the
Right,
dance, so to speak. So that got me excited for Anchorman. I'm like, okay, I like this guy now.
Yeah.
I want to see what else he does. Step Brothers is another movie that I did not care for the first time I saw it, but then loved the more and more I watched.
I like it less and less upon
really
repeated
funny.
viewings, which is hilarious.
That is
yeah.
funny. It's opposite.
The first time I saw it, I loved it, and I don't know. Every time I see it now, I'm just like.
So please go support Super Troopers
Yeah.
2, support Broken Lizard, because I want more. And if you want to do favors for anybody, do them for me, please.